Good morning, folks. I'm still a little sick, but my voice is back, so I'm able to at least talk for today. Vanquish Souls has been out for quite a bit, and I always wanted to try the deck when it came out, when it was first released back in April or something, like a long time ago. So I finally decided to craft the deck. Here's the deck list that I'm gonna use for rank. If you're interested in what version I'm running, I'm not gonna play Dark and Winning 1 and D Shifter. I'm just not interested in using that. But I did savaged quite a bit of URs just to make this deck. A lot of decks that I used to play are gone now because of this expensive deck, so please smash the like button. As a rest in peace for those decks I used to have, which of course was Dragon Links and Tier Limits, but now they're gone, so oh boy. But anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna do a couple of showcase from the ritual event because I wanted to do a little practice matches before going to rank, so I'll showcase those first, and then I'm gonna go into rank and then showcase some gameplays from there. But without further ado, let's begin. So this duel is a ritual event, so that means I do not have Vanquisher in the extra deck, and the extra deck is just whatever. So I'm of course going second here. The opponent is playing active Pot Prosperity, so it looks like it's a Drytron player. Okay, so in this ritual event, Drytron, they get hit, so their two important names are at one, so it's really hard for them to try and make additional follow plays with just ones, but luckily they have emergency, so they were able to add, of course, the Zeta, and then they already have Alpha in hand, so this is basically typical Drytron combos, except for the extra. Of course, they're gonna add Mionis, they're gonna Zeta tributes to Bentham, Bentham's of course gonna have no fairy, and they're gonna have the ritual off of the Zeta. So there's a Drytron, Mionis, Drytron, and Bentham's gonna add them the typical Diviner that you commonly see them go for, and then they're just gonna go for the Exceeds play. Now we know that Benton's unlimited and Eva is also unlimited, but fortunately Eva is banned for this event, so they can't go into the Herald the Ultimate, and Herald Ultimate here would have infinite negates, so that's good, right? It's not like the old gold format from like a year ago, but they're still gonna go for it anyway in case I was playing like in the Bureau or something, which I'm not here. So there's a Harrow, and now they're gonna Gamma tributes to Mionis, and then the Gamma's effect to special summon another name. Mionis is gonna bounce back to hand, so they can know the ritual play. They're gonna activate right now to revive the Medionis, their boss monster that you don't really see them end on as much, but in the ritual event they're of course gonna end on it. So that means they have a target send and then a
what the? When your opponent activates a spell trap card while you control a machine ritual monster, quick effect, negate the activation.
Don't lie. How many remember that effect?
Hell no.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, we now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale.
And then they're just gonna end on something random, which is just Cross Sheep. Cross Sheep's not gonna do much here because there's no Appaloosa. So they're gonna pass in set one. So with this hand, I can probably play around it quite easily. We'll see what they do. So I'm gonna normal the Rosin, active Rosin. They're going to ultimate negate it. I'm of course gonna bounce it back to hand with my Borger. They're not gonna use the whatchamacallit again? What's this card? Their Drytron Mionis to send it so that I can actually see her, but okay, so it's got negated. So now I'm activating tactics here to take control. Now they're going to try and send, but I'm going to trigger the Borger to reveal the Caesar and the Rosin, make them take 15, because that's all I can do. And then I'm going to bounce, of course, the Borger to hand. That way I can dodge the send, and now take control of their boss monster and basically just wipe their field from here, and that's just game. Which is interesting, yeah? So they take 15. Tactics will of course take the Medionis. And then I'm going to activate Jialong in hand. The special activates effect to flip the Alpha into attack position and just go for game. So yeah, that's basically GG. Ooh, that was fun. Alright, so in this duel, I'm going second here. And it looks to be, I believe, purely. So there's that. I'm just gonna wait on the negate. So I'm gonna Ash, of course, they're my friend, to lower their consistency, and just hope that they don't have any more plays. But of course, knowing that's purely right now pre-ban list, they probably do have some plays. And there comes the tactics, and they draw two. Instead of looking at my hand, because my hand's kind of bad, but oh my god, they bricked. Okay, sure, I took the win there, even though my hand was terrible. Alright, on to game number 2. And in game number 2, once again I lost the coin flip, so I am going second. This time my hand is, well, it's still okay. It looks like it's a Dragon player. I maxi their quick launch. Will they have a response to my maxi? Of course they do. They will Ash as usual. So now maxi's negated and they have full combo depending on what's in their hand. So quick launch will give them Rocket Tracer. Yeah, Tracer. And then Tracer is going into Striker. Striker will add them the field spell here. And then from there, if they have any extension play, they will most likely try to follow up for Romulus. So there is the boost sector launch. And of course, they follow up with the Druid Swarm. So now they have extension play into, of course, their the Romulus. Now here, if I had an Ash, I would not have Ash the Romulus. Instead, I would Ash the field spell. Because the field spell is discard as cost. So that means they would have to discard first, and then I'll Ash, and then they will not be able to mill, so they go minus here. But because I don't have an Ash, yeah. But anyway, they add the Tracer. Tracer's effect now locks them to Dark. So here, I would not have gone into the Pisty play if they don't have another extender, and they wasted their Tracer effect. So that means they're desperate here. Because based on what's in their hand, I know they have a field spell and one card I don't know, and that one card is most likely not an extender play. So from this point on, they don't have a means to extend into their Link 5, nor have access to Chaos Roller and etc. So that's pretty much GG. Now on to game number 3. Now this will be the last match for today, and this was really funny. I once again am going second, and this hand, look at this hand. This is the dominant hand. And it's of course Sword Soul, so they're gonna Ecclesia into Moye. Moye's effect to reveal Asuna to summon a tuner. And now they're locked into Synchros, meaning they have to go into Chi Shao for extension plays, or follow-up plays rather. So now Chi Shao will of course add them an extension, and then Moye will just draw them a card. So they're going to of course chain block the Chi Shao, and the draw is not as important as the search. That's why they're doing that in that order. And now of course they add the Longyuan for the extension, so Longyuan's effect will discard a special summon, or discard Worm, special, and now they have a level 10 play. Asuna is going to special summon, meaning they're locked into Worms, so they're going for the Suda, and they're going into Chang'e, which is a very odd play. I would have went into Sinister Sovereign instead, but alright, so this is still Dominance play, so that means their back row is most likely Blackout and an Imperm, based off what I'm assuming. So I drew Call By, which is good, so I summoned this Fenrir. They're gonna Imperm my Fenrir right off the bat, which is totally fine. I staked thy soul, reveal the Flex Curry, they're gonna Maxi me, I'm gonna Call By the Maxi, so now they're fearing my curry sauce. So that means if they activate both Chi Shao and Chang'e, right, I could tribute both of them and then have a plus 3,000 to 4,500 attack beat stick to the face. So there's my Razin. Razin's effect will add me a Vanquish Soul. Fenrir, I'm going to chain block just in case they had an Ash in hand. They're going to Blackout. And that means I can dodge the Blackout with Caesar's effect. Caesar, go! And they're still afraid to activate Chi Shao here because they're just so scared of the freaking Red Lady. Like, they should just took the chance, honestly. But anyway, now that my Razin's effect resolved, I add Mad Love. Now, of course, I'm going to summon Mad Love to add me the quick play spell to flip down both the Chi Shao and the Chang'e if they don't respawn here. And of course, they're not willing to respawn because of the Red Lady. So now I'm just go full combo here, right? So I make the Vanquisher. And then Vanquish's effect will special, actually went to battle, but I misclicked and targeted the Chang'e and meant to target the Chi Shao. But it's fine, I special back the Razin and then make my one tech option that is not, there can only one, which is Verte Anaconda. And you know what's the line's gonna be, Verte's effect to of course send Fusion Destiny to make of course DPE. Haven't seen this card in a while, yeah? Anyway, now DPE. Now I'm forced to pop the Chi Shao instead of the Chang'e, which that was a game plan, but yeah, it's okay. I mean, I'm still in it, right? So they're gonna summon Moye. I know that they didn't activate Moye's effect, so meaning they didn't have a Worm in hand, so they're going for the battle. I misclick again and pop the DPE instead of popping the Vanquisher. So now they're gonna go. It's fine. This is basically just flexing now. So they're gonna banish my DP and then run over my Vanquisher. I take of course 3,300, and at that point, yeah, I still have king, no worries. So it's back to me. That's all the plays they had. I draw, And now I drew, of course, another Stake My Soul. I activate Malicious in the graveyard as follows, to special summon a Malicious. They could have just banished, but they chose not to because they're afraid of the Kurikara. And then activate Stake Your Soul to summon Xiaolong to reveal the Curry for flex again. And then adds, of course, the Continue. And then Denier's effect, return a Malicious, and then basically go into place here. So I'm going to link off into Rock. Now Rock I'm not going to use just yet, but I am going to take both the Malicious and the Denier to make Security Dragon. Of course, Security Dragon will bounce the Chang'e, which Chang'e's only protection is from destruction, not from returning to hand and stuff like that, non-destruction effects basically. So now I have Malicious summon again, and then make normal to Razan summons, adds the Borger, and activate continues to revive back Mad Love, bounce back Mad Love after activating her effect to add me to Snow Devil. And then Borger bounces it, and then I burn them for 15, and then just go for a game from here. So basically, they were so afraid of Kurikara. Oh boy. Anyway, there's my Caesar, and then that's just basically GG. So that's basically it for today's video. This was pretty fun, not gonna lie. And I quite enjoy this deck. Really awesome deck. I hope they get more supports in the future. But anyway, that's really about it. So if you have any questions or anything, feel free to leave in the comments. And yeah, that's about it. So take care, everybody. I'm still recovering from my sickness, but yeah, I should be fine. But anyway, happy holidays. Take care.